guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about this guy right here. A recent build that I did. I want to show it to you guys, show you how it was built, show you the process. This is a wireless original Neo Geo stick. Basically I installed the guts from an 8-bit control pad into this guy, so making it completely wireless. 2.4G, I guess is as close to lag free as you could get. Came out pretty good, but I thought you guys might be interested to see, so I cut up some video and I hope you all enjoy it. Stay tuned. All right guys, welcome back to the channel. You can see I'm doing a little bit of work here at the bench. I just wanted to show you guys, so a couple months ago I made a 2.4G wireless control stick, kind of like a prototype for my Mister, and I did this by hacking apart a 8-bit 2.4G wireless controller. So built this just as a test to see if it would work, and it did. It works okay, but the problem is it's a little clunky and it wasn't super clean. I decided I wanted to build another one specific for Neo Geo. So you guys may recognize this control panel. I've already done some work to this. I changed the joystick, I changed the buttons. So the plan for today is I got another 8-bit controller. I already took the guts out of it. The plan is to try and install this directly into a Neo Geo stick. And this should be a lot cleaner for if I just want to play Neo Geo rather than trying to mess with this thing and it doesn't really have the right button layout. I do want to give credit that I know I'm not the first person who did this. I did see somebody make a wireless Neo Geo stick. I think it was on Reddit. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll just put one directly inside the Neo Geo stick. I'm going to try and solder up some wires to this thing, and then we'll come back and take a look. You can see I just scraped away some of the solder mask, just so I have a good point to solder to. Next step, I'll probably have everything all soldered up, and we'll take it from there. Got all the connections soldered on there. I'm just gonna do a quick test. I'm gonna hook up to a Super Nintendo or a clone Super Nintendo, just to make sure that all the buttons are working properly, before I make anything permanent. So we'll check that next. All right guys, I don't know how this is coming out, but got this all soldered up. I got the Retron 3 HD right here. We're gonna just turn it on, we're gonna test it. So let's see what we got. Basically, we're just gonna touch each button to ground and make sure that it activates properly. Alright, so let me start with the start button. I'm basically gonna use these two wires here. There we go. Start button works. Okay. Try down. Down works. Up works. Try right. Alright. So we should be good, guys. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the Neo Geo control panel, disconnect the wiring harness for the original controller cord, and figure out where I'm going to mount this thing. So that's coming up next. We're going to open this up. I have to remove this cord. We'll disconnect all the wiring. In my previous videos, you'll see that I did everything with quick disconnects, and this is exactly why, because we don't have to deal with soldering anything. I can just pop the wires off of each button and we'll be good to go. And I want to keep everything stock, meaning no modifications, no permanent modifications that can't be undone. Main issue that I had with this thing, I'll show you, is being able to recharge it. Most likely, this board is probably going to have to get mounted down here. So how do you recharge this? What I decided on doing is I got this, I got a USB, kind of just spare parts that I had laying around, but like an extension cable. So what I'll do is I'll plug it in to this guy, like this. So now we have an extension that goes to female. And I think I'm just gonna kind of leave it just dangling out of this hole where normally the cord would come out. I know it's not the prettiest idea, but maybe once I take it apart, I can figure something out that'll look prettier. But again, I want to be able to keep this thing stock. If I ever wanted to put it back to all its original Neo Geo goodness, I want to be able to do that. Just loosened everything up. Let's open it up. It's been a while since I've been in here. When I put the new buttons in and everything, everything's done with you know, the quick disconnects. So hopefully this should be pretty easy. What I'll end up doing is I will you know, I'll crimp some connectors on here. That should go right onto there. So that's the plan. Let's see what happens. I think we're gonna go something like this. Something like right in here. Something along the lines of this. This is probably how I'm gonna have to leave the charger. Next time you see it, I'll probably be soldered up and connected, so see you then. Just to show you guys, I mean, I don't even think I'm gonna have to like double-sided tape or hot glue this thing or anything. It seems to fit perfectly right in between these 3 pegs right here. Boom, boom, boom. And once you close it up, like this will sit flush on top of here and hold it secure. And this ain't going anywhere, man. So that's freaking awesome. It's almost like it's made for that. So I may be able to get everything to fit perfectly after all. See how I have this little notch right here? I'm gonna grind this out of there, and it should fit perfectly in here to secure this thing. If I get rid of this notch, you see how it's popping up right now? If I get rid of that notch, that thing is gonna go in there so perfect, and it's gonna hold it snug. All right, guys, so this is pretty much the final wiring, how it's gonna be before I close it up. But everything worked out all right. Again, did everything with the quick disconnects, so it could easily come apart. Again, if it had to, could easily put it back to normal. And I can't get over how well this fit in here, in between these pegs. I mean, this is perfect. And then I made this notch I was telling you about. I cleared that, so now the notch is accessible, and this thing's gonna fit perfect. And I guess I'm gonna close it up, and we'll do some testing and see how it comes out. But wireless Neo Geo stick, here it is. So this is what's gonna stick out. And that's it, and that's in there solid. That's not going anywhere because that little notch fits perfectly in between the case. So the only thing that's gonna look different with this stick is that. That's it. Just to talk and touch a little bit on the other end of this that makes the wireless work. This is what I'm using here for the wireless adapter. So this adapter, it's a Super Nintendo to Neo Geo adapter. This one is made by Retro Electronic, www.retroelectronic.com. And unfortunately, their site has been down for a while now. They made some pretty cool stuff. I hope they do come back. They also made a super gun that I reviewed in an earlier episode. But anyway, this adapter they make is pretty sweet. It's fully programmable. You can program what you want the buttons to do. It has an auto fire, which I guess is cool. I don't really use it. The only downside with this adapter is right here. This is so shallow, this port, that it won't fit into an AES console. It only fits into Super Guns. So the trick to get this to work with an AES is that I have my 6-foot Neo Geo extension cable to extend your controller, and this has a long enough port. If I put them next to each other, you can see the difference. So this one, the extension will fit deep enough into the AES controller port that it works. This will not. So the trick is, we're gonna plug this into the Neo Geo AES, and then the other end of the extension port I had to modify. I actually had to cut it down, because even this, before I cut it down, I wish I took a picture before I did, was not, it wasn't deep enough to fit in there. I couldn't get a connection. So I had to take it apart and cut it down, and I know it kind of looks like a hack job here, but yeah, so that's basically the trick. So going from the SNES, oh, I should say we're going to be using the 8-bit DOE 2.4G dongle. We'll plug into the adapter. The adapter plugs into the extension. The extension plugs into the AES. Now, if I'm playing with an MVS, then we don't need this. I can plug directly into my Super Gun with this. But basically, this is how the magic all happens. Really cool adapter. There are some other guys making adapters for this. I ordered one from another company that I'm going to be trying out, just because they seem readily available, whereas these you can't find anymore. So I will test the new adapter when I get it, but it's a shame if Retro Electronic is not doing this stuff anymore, because they really did make some cool stuff. So that's kind of the secret of how this all comes together. So I'm going to hook up the Neo Geo and the AES. We'll give it a go and we'll test it. Moment of truth over here. I just plugged in the charger and made sure that it worked properly, so it'll just plug in right over here when you need it, and that worked fine. So now I'm gonna plug in and we'll test it and just make sure that everything works right. I already had mapped the buttons on the SNES adapter, so that should be good to go. So basically I just plugged in the extension cord with the SNES adapter. All right, and then the 8-bit DOE dongle is plugged into that. And then, you know, got the controller over here, so let's power up. Boom, here we go. Hope you guys can see this. All right. So far, so good. All right, let's see what we got. All right, I think we're good, guys. So I guess that's it for today's video, doing the little wireless 2.4G Neo Geo original stick. It's definitely going to be a lot easier to play Neo Geo with this rather than using the bulky one I made for the Mister. So I think I'm going to enjoy this. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all will like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Drop me a comment below. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys.